Hey guys, I'm going to break down the hip hinge. In particular this week we're working on some kettlebell RDLs, or the single leg version. So we're working on trying to create a hip hinge. So the same mechanism we use for our deadlifts, our good mornings, anything that's hip dominant is going to require a good hip hinge, not only to strengthen your hips but to protect your lower back. So I'm going to demonstrate a couple of the things we're looking for, a couple of cues to help you out with this exercise. I'm going to take with my kettlebell here. And what I want to focus on is getting that hip hinge. So you can start by practicing from a bilateral position where we're just going to disassociate our hips from the rest of our body. So I like to think of like a karate chop in my hips. I'm going to push my tailbone back. That's the mechanism we need to load the hip socket and the muscles surrounding the hip to produce a good RDL. So what we're going to do with the kettlebell version, I'm not thinking about reaching with the kettlebell towards the ground. I'm thinking like I'm a glass of water, like I'm pouring a glass of water. I'm just folding in half in that hinge and allowing my hip to do the work. So I'm folding in half, pulling my hip back through. As you notice, I'm not reaching and rounding, so I'm not reaching my kettlebell to the ground at all. Or falling. I'm controlled and nice and smooth as I come up and down. The next point I want to emphasize is we're going to get extension also with our back legs, so we start to load the tissues even more. So with my left heel, I'm trying to kick back and touch whatever object is behind me. I want to use that as my focus point and something to get that nice loaded pattern. That way it can load the tissues of the hip and you can make your kettlebell RDL a little more effective.